Hi, and welcome to Enchantment of Eternity's Game of Thrones Season 6 predictions for Theon. This video is a part of a series of videos where I predict what will happen in Season 6 of Game of Thrones, focusing on a different character every week. This video is for my predictions on what I think will happen with the character of Theon Greyjoy in Season 6. So I have to give a spoiler warning for all of Game of Thrones up to Season 5, a spoiler warning for A Song of Ice and Fire novels on which it is based, and a spoiler warning for filming and production news for Season 6. If you don't want to know anything that has been confirmed for Season 6, then this video may not be for you. So as I mentioned in my predictions video for Sansa Stark, I believe that Theon and Sansa will survive their jump off the castle wall and that they will be hunted by Ramsay's men, but saved at the last minute by Brienne of Tarth, who will escort them north towards Castle Black. Sansa will vouch for Theon for having saved her life, so he will come under Brienne's protection as well. Together they will travel north until coming across a fellow Northman from House Umber who will let them know about Jon Snow's death, and Sansa and Brienne will change their destination to the Last Hearth, where Rickon is waiting. However, Theon will decide not to go with them and instead will hear that his sister is in Deepwood Moat, the Ironborn having struck a deal with the North to retreat from the North as they have more urgent matters to deal with, as Theon's father and their king, Balon, is dead. So Theon will part ways with Sansa and head up to Deepwood Moat and try to surrender to his sister Yara before they retreat. Yara won't be all that pleased to see him at first, given the way he treated her last time they encountered each other, but then something in her will suddenly shift and she'll all of a sudden start being super nice to him and giving him every accommodation. However, it will be clear from Theon's behavior that even though he's broken free of Ramsay, that he is still very much a broken man. However, on their way back to the Iron Islands, Theon will soon learn why Yara is being so nice to him, and it's because she wants to use him to rule the Iron Islands. Upon originally hearing of their father's death, Yara assumed that she would succeed him to the Seastone chair as he wanted her to do, but she soon learned that their uncle Euron had returned to the Iron Islands and was vying for the Seastone chair, and that he had support of many major houses, and she knew that because she was a woman she would never be able to win enough support to take the Seastone chair. So after finding Theon, she divines the plan to use Theon to gain the Seastone chair, as he is Balon's true son and heir, so by all rights the Seastone chair is his. However, she would use him as a figurehead where he was the official king of the Iron Islands, but the true power would lay with her. So on the way back to the Iron Islands, she'll be coaching Theon on how to act like an Iron Island king rather than the broken man that he really is. So Theon at this stage will just be seeking stability and a family, and Yara will be the closest thing, so he'll be willing to do whatever is asked of him, but Yara will essentially just be using him to get what she wants. But when they arrive back at the Iron Islands, Theon Greyjoy will actively challenge Theon's claim, and Theon's other uncle, Euron Greyjoy, the damp hair, will call a Kingsmoot to determine who should be the next king of the Iron Islands. Now, Euron Greyjoy has long been cast and confirmed for Season 6. The damp hair has also been confirmed, and a scene that can only be the Kingsmoot has also been confirmed. And it has been confirmed that Theon and Yara will be present at the Kingsmoot. I don't think Victorian Greyjoy will appear in the show at all. I do believe his character is being cut. I also think the whole storyline of the Dragon Horn and the Euron trying to steal dragons will be eliminated from the show as well. There's been a lot of speculation that the fact that Theon no longer has his manhood would damage his chances to claim the Seastone chair at the Kingsmoot. However, I don't believe that this information would be public knowledge. The only two on the Iron Islands who were shown to know about this were Balon and Yara, and I don't think either of them would go spreading this around. Balon would have taken this to his grave with him, and Yara certainly is not going to tell anyone, so honestly I don't think it will come up at all. Like in the books, Yara, but through Theon, will be running on a platform to retreat from the north and to rebuild the Iron Islands, declaring themselves an independent kingdom, but keeping to themselves as the rest of the Seven Kingdoms will be too busy fighting amongst themselves to care. Whereas Euron will be running on a platform to conquer all of Westeros, to forget about the north, but instead go for the heart of Westeros, King's Landing. Now, as I said, I don't think Euron's plot will have anything to do with dragons or Daenerys or anything like that. However, he's going to have to offer up something to reinvigorate the Ironborn, particularly in the show where they've been portrayed as weak and ineffective. Like in the books, Euron would have recently returned from long travels in Essos, and I believe in the show he will return with something real powerful that makes the Ironborn believe they can conquer Westeros. What this is, I'm not sure. It could be a large sellsword army, or an army of Unsullied, or an alliance with a free city like Muir. I'm not sure, but it will be something, and I don't think it will have anything to do with Daenerys, but that's just my guess. So the Ironborn, being the warriors that they are, will be won over by Euron's cry for battle, and he will win the Kingsmoot and become the king of the Iron Islands. So I do believe that, like in the books, the Ironborn's first order of business will be to attack the Reach. However, I don't think it will be a specific location like the Shield Islands. It will just be some generic location somewhere in the Reach, which is something the show likes to do a lot. Take what is a specific location in the books and turn it into just some generic place in a region. We will see the Ironborn quickly conquer a place in the Reach, and there they will fight Randall and Dickon Tarly, whom we would have already met through Samwell's storyline, but they won't fare very well against the Ironborn. Yara and Theon will be present for the battle, pretending to be on Euron's side, but secretly will be working on a plan to undercut him. They will eventually seek Randall Tarly's assistance in sabotaging the Ironborn's hold on the Reach, but Euron will find out about this and kill Randall Tarly. However, he will pretend like Theon and Yara never betrayed him and pretend that he doesn't know about it, and will keep them even closer to his inner circle under the false guise of making them his allies, when really he just wants to keep a closer eye on them. After the campaign in the Reach is successful, he will then declare that they are moving on to King's Landing, to the capital, and that is how Theon's Season 6 storyline will end. So, as I always say in these predictions, they're all just wild shots in the dark because I actually have no idea what will happen in Season 6. It's just fun to speculate, so if I get at least 20% of these predictions correct, I'll consider it a resounding success. So that's it for my Season 6 predictions for Theon. I have 2 more videos left in my Game of Thrones Season 6 prediction series. 1 more character video, and then I'll finish off with my Who's Going to Die video, which will come out shortly before the new year. And I will continue my Season 6 coverage well into the new year, as well as more Game of Thrones commentary videos, so make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with all that, and thanks a lot for watching.